Guys, you don't believe that, but I just came up with this crazy adventurous idea. So listen to this video. I am going to tell you the 10 best thriller airplane movies. And the idea is that if you are planning to take a flight in near future, or you are a regular flyer, or whenever you're going on a plane, pick a movie from this list and start watching it during your flight, and imagine how thrilling it would be when you start imagining about the things in an actual environment. And I am sure this will make your flight thrilling. But before jumping into the list, I want to tell you to watch the complete video, because in this video I explain every movie with all the details which you might need to pick the best movie, and in the end I also share some bonus movies to watch. So stick with me till the end.
She's disturbed.
She's making the passengers anxious.
You've got to search the holds now!
Every one of my flight attendants are looking for a child that none of them believe was ever on board.
On very first, number 1, Flightplan, released in 2005. The IMDb rating of this mystery thriller movie is 6.3. This is a movie about a mom named Kyle who flies on a super big airplane with her daughter. They're on their way to bury Kyle's husband who just passed away. The movie starts off a bit sad, but don't worry, things pick up real quick. As the plane takes off, Kyle falls asleep, and when she wakes up, her daughter is missing. Kyle starts to panic because she can't find her daughter anywhere on the plane, and nobody on the plane seems to remember seeing her. However, Kyle is determined to find her daughter, and she starts to search the entire airplane from top to bottom, but still no luck. The flight crew and the passengers start to think that maybe Kyle is just a bit confused and that her daughter was never on the plane to begin with. But Kyle knows that her daughter was with her, and she won't give up until she finds her. So, she sets off on a dangerous mission to uncover the truth about what really happened to her daughter. The movie is filled with twists and turns and will keep you on the edge of your seat.
Who's she talking to?
We're not going to discuss this in the middle of the carriage.
Where's my daughter? Where is she? Where is she?
According to the director at the morgue, your daughter died 6 days ago.
What?
Number 2, Nonstop, released in 2014. And this action thriller movie ranks on the IMDb with rating of 6.9. This movie stars Liam Neeson as a tough guy named Bill Marks. He's a U.S. federal air marshal who is on a flight from New York to London. But this isn't just any ordinary flight, oh no. There's a mystery man on the plane who is threatening to kill someone every 20 minutes unless $150 million is transferred to an offshore account. Can you believe it? Bill has to race against time to find out who the mystery man is and stop him before it's too late. The whole movie is one big game of cat and mouse, and it's so exciting. I love the way Liam Neeson played his character. He was tough and didn't take any nonsense from anyone, but he also had a softer side. And the special effects were amazing too. The way the airplane was shown flying through the clouds was so cool. If you love action movies and puzzles, then you'll love Nonstop. It's a non-stop thrill ride from start to finish.
Agent Marks, our fighter escort has you in their sight. Do you hear me?
We're running out of time. Do you hear me?
Number 3, Top Gun: Maverick, released in 2022. The IMDb rating of this action-adventure movie is 8.6. The story of this movie is about a senior Navy aviator named Pete Maverick. He has served in the Navy for more than 30 years. However, he is known for his courage and best performance, but now he has a new mission to train a detachment of graduates for a special assignment. Maverick must confront the ghosts of his past and his deepest fears. It's a mission that demands the ultimate sacrifice from those who choose to fly it.
What the hell?
No turning back now.
Come on! Jeez!
Number 4, Con Air, released in 1997. And this action thriller movie ranks on the IMDb with rating of 6.9. The movie is about a guy named Cameron Poe who's been in jail for a long time for defending his wife. He finally gets released and is on his way back home on a plane with other dangerous criminals. But guess what? The criminals take over the plane, and Cameron has to figure out how to save everyone and stop them from doing something really bad. There's Cameron, who's a tough guy with a heart of gold, and then there's Cyrus the Virus Grissom, who's the main bad guy and is totally nuts. You'll love to hate him. There's also a super cool marshal named Vince Larkin who's trying to stop the bad guys. The plane is flying all over the place, there are explosions, and lots of cool stunts. It's non-stop excitement from beginning to end.
Where are they gonna land this thing? How do you feel about the blackjack tables? On June 6th.
Number 5, Die Hard 2, released in 1990. The IMDb rating of this action thriller movie is 7.1. This movie stars Bruce Willis as John McClane, a tough-as-nails cop who's always ready for a fight. In this movie, John finds himself stuck at an airport during a snowstorm, and wouldn't you know it, a group of bad guys takes control and starts causing trouble. It's up to John to save the day and take down the bad guys, but he's got his work cut out for him. One of the coolest things about Die Hard 2 is that it takes place at an airport. You'll see all sorts of cool airplanes and get to watch John race around the airport trying to save the day. The action in this movie is non-stop, with lots of explosions and shootouts. It's definitely a movie for kids who love excitement. And Bruce Willis is awesome as John McClane. He's brave, funny, and always ready for a challenge.
Got a cowboy ride too rough? I don't like to fly.
What are you doing, Jim?
I don't like to lose either.
Number 6. Air Force One, released in 1997. And this action thriller movie ranks on the IMDb with rating of 6.5. This movie is all about the President of the United States and his family who are flying on their special airplane, Air Force One. But guess what? They run into some trouble when some bad guys hijack the plane, which turns the whole situation into a war and the plane must be the battle zone. The President, played by Harrison Ford, is a pretty tough guy and he's not about to let the bad guys win. He fights back and tries to protect his family and the rest of the people on the plane. There's lots of action and adventure, and you'll be on the edge of your seat the whole time. I especially loved the scene where Harrison Ford jumps out of the plane with a parachute. It was so cool and really showed how brave the President is. The special effects in this movie are also pretty amazing and will blow your mind.
Sending in our F-15s to protect you.
She said MiGs. In a war, people die.
The president is up there with a gun to his head.
Sir, we got her on your trail. You could finish this with one phone call.
Number 7. Red Eye, released in 2005. The IMDb rating of this mystery thriller movie is 6.5. It's about a lady named Lisa who is on a flight from Dallas to Miami, and she meets a man named Jackson who is sitting next to her. But here's the twist. Jackson is actually a bad guy and he needs Lisa to help him with a dangerous plan. Can you guess what it is? Well, he wants her to help him sabotage a political speech that's going to happen in Miami. And the whole movie is about Lisa trying to stop him from doing that. Now, this movie is not just any regular movie. It's a nail-biting thriller that will keep you on the edge of your seat. There are so many twists and turns that you won't even know what's going to happen next. And the best part, it all happens on a plane. How cool is that? So, I think it's a really great movie for kids your age. It's not too scary, but it's definitely suspenseful, so you'll be hooked from beginning to end. And it stars the one and only Rachel McAdams. She's an awesome actress and she does a fantastic job in this movie.
Why are you doing this?
Somebody wants to send a big brash message.
I have to go to the restroom.
Okay.
Number 8. Left Behind, released in 2014.
And this action thriller movie ranks on the IMDb with rating of 3.1. This movie is all about what happens when a bunch of people on a plane suddenly disappear into thin air. The main character is a pilot named Rayford Steele, played by Nicolas Cage, who is flying a big airplane across the world when half of the passengers on his plane suddenly disappear. Rayford and his daughter Chloe are left behind and they have to figure out what's going on. They meet up with a reporter named Buck and they all start trying to uncover the mystery behind the disappearance. The movie is filled with action and adventure, and it's a great pick for kids who love to be kept on the edge of their seat.
I have a right to know we're gonna die. No, it's gonna die.
I have no spoilers, no flaps, no elevators, and if I run this thing dry, no reverse thrust. I need some room.
Number 9. Sully, Miracle on the Hudson, released in 2016. The IMDb rating of this drama movie is 7.4. The film stars Tom Hanks as Captain Sully, a brave pilot who has to make a super tough decision while flying a big airplane. One day, while Captain Sully is flying over New York City, something really bad happens to the airplane and he has to make a quick decision to save the lives of all the passengers. And boy, let me tell you, it's a nail-biter. But don't worry, Captain Sully is a hero and he makes sure that everyone is safe. The movie shows what happened after the airplane crash, how people were feeling, and how the people in charge were trying to figure out what went wrong. You'll see how Captain Sully has to answer some tough questions and defend his decision to make an emergency landing in the Hudson River. Sully is an exciting and inspiring movie about bravery, friendship, and what it takes to be a hero. And the best part, it's based on a true story.
Brace for impact.
What?
Brace! Heads down! Stay down!
There were 155 people on that plane. And you were one of them.
And on last, number 10, Blood Red Sky, released in 2021. And this action thriller movie ranks on the IMDb with rating of 6.1. This movie is all about a group of brave kids who have to save the world from some very bad guys. The story takes place on a plane, which is flying high above the clouds. Suddenly, the plane is taken over by some villains who are up to no good. They want to use the plane to take control of the world, and the kids are the only ones who can stop them. The kids are brave and smart and they team up to save the day. They sneak around the plane, avoid the villains, and come up with a plan to defeat them. There's a lot of action, some scary moments, and a few surprises along the way. It's a fun and exciting movie.
Hast du Blut getrunken? It's the only way to stop them.
Well, here are a few bonus movies. Flight, released in 2012.
I see nothing but houses.
Evan, listen to me. Trim us nose down. We're gonna roll it.
What do you mean roll it?
Ready? Here we go.
75-0, released in 2019. Passengers 57, released in 1992.
Who's in charge?
I am.
Once again, who's in charge?
You are.
Well, friends, this was the whole video, and if you enjoyed it and want to support us, the easiest way is to like the video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more top 10 lists and more entertaining content. See you in the next video.